Hey everyone, today we are going to go over one of the most coveted neighborhoods and communities in all of St. Lucie County, and that is PGA Village. And I, for one, am very fortunate to talk about this community because growing up I had so many friends that lived in PGA Village. I was basically there every weekend, so I'm very fortunate to go over this with you. In this video, I'm going to be covering the location of PGA Village and the benefits of this location, as well as some really close by restaurants, and then moving on into the pricing and inventory of the PGA Village market. And then we're going to go, based on price point, the different types of homes that are available in PGA Village and what those individual markets look like, as well as the different HOAs and neighborhoods within PGA Village. And then I'll be touching on the tax benefits of living in PGA Village, and you're going to want to hear that later. And last, obviously, I will be talking about the golf courses in PGA Village. In this video, I did include PGA Verano, and I know it has its own entrance, but it is an addition to PGA Village, so it still falls under the umbrella, and they still share the same golf course amenities and memberships. So I just wanted to make sure I voiced that before people in the comments start saying anything different. The main differences between PGA Verano and PGA Village is going to be that PGA Verano may have some newer homes because it's still developing, and that the taxes are going to be different between the two, but we will talk about that later in the video. So it is worth disclaiming at this point that this video is more for someone that is looking to buy in PGA Village, but there is obviously the section about the inventory and the price points in PGA Village that someone who lives in there may be interested in. So if you are someone that is a buyer, stay for the whole video. If you're someone that is interested in just getting a more idea about your inventory in the PGA Village market, then there are timestamps below that you can go right to that point. Unless you want to watch the whole thing. I'm not going to stop you either way. Now we are going to just dive right into the video, and we're going to be starting with the PGA Village location. PGA Village is located right off 95 at the St. Lucie exit, and it's very secluded in its location, being that you take a right off the exit while everyone else that's going to St. Lucie West is going to take a left. They have a bridge that is separating PGA Village from the rest of St. Lucie West. So really the only people that are going to be going over this bridge or taking the right off the exit are going to be golfers, residents, and I guess realtors, because there are like 3 brokerages literally right in front of PGA Village. Our brokerage being one of those brokerages. But anyway, so even though you are secluded with PGA Village and you don't have to deal with the city traffic constantly, you are still very close to restaurants and shopping centers and things like that. If you just go over the bridge to St. Lucie West, you'll have access to all of the shopping centers and restaurants in St. Lucie West. But the benefit to being in PGA Village is there is a street called Commerce Center Drive. And now that's really only going to be for people that are on your side of the bridge or in the PGA Village side of the bridge. And what this road does is it is a quick, easy way to get to Tradition and Crosstown, so where you can get to Publix and the shopping centers there. It's going to be much less busier going on Commerce Center Drive than as if you were going over the bridge and going through the traffic of St. Lucie West. So that's a really big benefit, so much so that people actually take their golf carts from PGA Village to go over to Publix. I mean, what more could we be asking for? That is so simple, so nice. It is really a road that is built for PGA Village, essentially. And as far as restaurants that are really close to you, you don't even have to go over the bridge or Commerce Center Drive to get a good meal. Right outside of PGA Village, you have Tutto Fresco, which is a really nice Italian restaurant that a lot of PGA Village people frequent, so you know that it is working at that location. And also, there are going to be 2 golf clubs that we talk about during this video, and at both golf clubs, they do have nice bars and restaurants that you are able to eat at as well that are very close and inside of PGA Village. PGA Village has security guard gates at multiple entrances so that you are able to get in either off of Glades Cutoff, which is another secluded way to get off of 95 and escape some traffic, and then obviously the front entrance, which is going to be right off of the interstate. And then the PGA Verano entrance is going to be right off of Crosstown, or you can take Commerce Center Drive to get there as well. And all entrances have security guards at the gates, so you are going to feel safe and secure. Wow, I didn't realize how good this neighborhood was at avoiding traffic. I feel like that's one of the top benefits to this neighborhood. We haven't even got into the video. I know so many people in St. Lucie West would trade everything to not have to deal with traffic. So the fact that PGA Village is located and built in a way where you can actually avoid people and avoid traffic is a massive benefit and a massive plus to this neighborhood. Alright, now we are moving inside of PGA Village, and we're going to talk about the HOAs. So basically, every neighborhood has its own HOA. There are so many subdivisions within PGA Village. It's crazy. There's over 30 HOAs inside of this community, which has its benefits because you are likely going to know who on your street is the head of your HOA, so you know who to go to if you have any questions or issues. And now the prices of these HOAs do vary a lot. So they can go from $200 to $500 per month. And what I've noticed is the main difference between these lower and higher HOAs is the higher ones tend to include lawn maintenance care. So if you have a lower HOA, you just may need to hire someone to take care of your lawn. So that's the main difference. And for all of PGA, there is a POA that is paid quarterly, and this is to take care of all of the common areas within PGA Village. Now on to the inventory and sales in PGA Village. There has been a really strong inventory over the last few years in PGA Village. So back in 2019, it was 152 sales, and that's only increased each year. It jumped up to 237 in 2020, and then 333 in 2021. And this year, through 9 months in 2022, there's about 170 closed sales. So as you can see, there's always going to be inventory and options for you if you're looking to move into PGA Village. And like I mentioned earlier, there are so many HOAs in PGA Village that the price ranges also vary. There are neighborhoods that cost in the 400s all the way up to close to $2 million. So whatever your price range is looking like, you'll definitely be able to find something in PGA Village. And now to give you a better picture per price point, that was a mouthful to say, we're going to be using the 2022 sales. Starting off with homes that sold over $1 million, there were 11. And now these houses average at about 5,000 square feet or larger, and these are going to be your more acreage homes that are going to have multiple acres of land. The next price point is at $800 to $999, and there were 10 homes sold in this price range, and these houses were typically around 3,100 square feet, and the lots varied from quarter acres to half acre lots. And now the $600,000 to $799, there were 32 sales in this price range, and the average house size in this price range was 2,500 square feet. And this is going to be similar where it's mainly quarter acre lots, but can vary up to a half acre as well. Now into the $400 to $599 price range, there were 71 closed sales, and these houses tend to be about 2,000 square feet. And now these neighborhoods that are in these price range tend to be a little bit more cookie cutter, a little bit more similar floor plan, so that's something to keep in mind. And now onto the 400 and under price range, there was about 39 closed sales in 2022, and these are typically 1,700 square feet and below, and these largely consisted of the new construction builds over there in PGA Verano. I hope these stats gave you a good idea of what to expect in the price range that you are looking for. And like I said earlier, if you are someone that lives in PGA Village and are interested in getting more information like this, I am thinking about starting a newsletter for PGA Village where I do a monthly video just talking about the inventories. If that is something you'd be interested in, just comment that below. I'd really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's move on into the taxes of PGA Village. So taxes. Now this is one of the most asked questions when anyone is moving into Port St. Lucie is, what are the property taxes like? And Port St. Lucie has really high taxes. So that is why this is such a benefit for PGA Village, and that is that PGA Village is actually an unincorporated municipality, which means that it does not fall under the jurisdiction of the city of Port St. Lucie. So as far as taxes are concerned, you only pay county tax. And now this is a big difference between PGA Village and PGA Verano, because while they are touching and they are directly next to each other, PGA Verano falls into the jurisdiction of the city. So you're paying city and county taxes if you're in PGA Verano as opposed to PGA Village. This is the main difference between these areas. So to give you more context, I took examples from the 2022 closed sales. We have a house that sold for $650,000 PGA Village and a house that sold for $400,000 in PGA Verano. And the taxes were actually a couple $100 less for the $650 house in PGA Village as opposed to the $400 in Verano. So keep this in mind when you are deciding between the two if you are looking to move into the PGA Village. And something else to keep in mind is that PGA Verano is a newer community and is still building, so the houses are going to be newer. And now on to the main draw of PGA Village, and that is the golf. So there are 2 golf clubs at PGA Village, and we're going to be starting off talking about the PGA Golf Club. They're going to have 3 semi-private golf courses, 2 architected by Tom Fazio, 1 architected by Pete Dye, and these are just stunning, beautiful golf courses. The memberships are not mandatory. Like I said, it is a semi-private club, so if you live in PGA, it's very easy for you to get over there and schedule a tee time for whenever you would like. But if you did want to become a member, last time I checked, the initiation fee was about $27,000 and then an annual fee, I believe, $9,000. But like I said, you don't have to be a member to play here, but I will mention that there's always been the talks to turn this into a private course, but like I said, these are just rumors and that has been the talk for years. So if they haven't done it now, I don't think they're ever going to do it. What's really cool about these courses is in the winter months they'll host what's called the Winter Series, and this is where PGA players from all over the states will come and play tournaments, and it just shows the high level of these golf courses. They typically only take up 2 of the courses, so if you are a member or you're wanting to play, you are never going to have to sacrifice a day of golf, because mostly they don't play the die course. They'll play the 2 courses that are directly on the grounds. While I still think the die course personally is the hardest course of the 3, but they never make the PGA guys play that course. So while they don't play it, you're probably going to be sick of it playing it during those tournament days, because that course is hard. And if you've played these courses, let me know which one you think is the hardest. Is it the Wanamaker, the Ryder, or the die course? Next golf club for the PGA Village residents is going to be the Legacy Golf and Tennis Club, and this is directly inside of the development as opposed to PGA Village, which is just outside the gate. And this is going to be one course that was architected by Tom Fazio, and this is a private club. But they have multiple types of memberships, even including a social membership, which includes a few rounds and still access to the country club and the restaurant and things like that. And it is worth mentioning that the Legacy does have pickleball, which I know this is a huge thing in PGA Village. A lot of the residents are always talking about it, always playing it. So it is good to know that if you are a pickleball enthusiast or are wanting to get into the sport, that they will have it at the Legacy. Now that we've covered everything in PGA Village, I'm going to send you off by just briefly saying that, like I said earlier, I grew up spending basically every weekend in PGA Village with all my friends. We were always just a golf cart ride away from our next friend, and it is a community that really makes you feel safe and that you're able to enjoy all that they have to offer inside of PGA Village. So I hope this video has helped you in your research on deciding whether you want to move to PGA Village. And if there is anything that I didn't mention in this video, or you have any other questions, please comment them below. And if you are looking for more information about Port St. Lucie to help you in your research, you can go to my channel and there are plenty of videos to help you with exactly that. And if you know you are looking to move into PGA Village or in the Treasure Coast area, feel free to call, text, or email me so we can talk more about your move. But that is all. I really appreciate you watching this video, and have a great rest of your day.